Thank you for tuning in, everybody. This is Just Incredible VR. We're checking out In Death today for the Psvr. This is a roguelike bow and arrow shooter where you have to challenge and traverse your way through this purgatory like hell. There are bosses, there are different weapons, there are different abilities. This whole thing is a wonderful package, and to top it all off, when you die, you come back to the start, and you have to kind of go through a whole new procedurally generated world. Now, the game does use an awesome set of teleportation. You shoot your arrow, and that's where you'll go, but we'll get a little bit deeper into it here. I'm just going to go ahead and flip on over to the next side. We're going to start with our tips video here. This is 7 tips to surviving and getting good within In Death. So I hope you enjoy it. This is one of many, more to come, but here we go. Let's get right into it. Let's jump on it. Our first set of tips here is how to move. So I will go over the basics for you. You are given a couple different weapons as well as a shield. You're given the bow or the crossbow. Today we'll be using the basic bow and arrow. And of course it's a teleport based game, so you are given the chance to freely move. You can use your hand or your head, but most of the time you will be using this here arrow based movement where you shoot where you want to go and you'll simply teleport there. And then also you're given this awesome hand crystal. This is better for getting away in closer interactions, getting around corners quickly, getting away from enemies, those sort of things. I find that this is best for just getting around the wide hallways, getting places quickly, as you can tell. And then free move here, this is nice for short distances. I use it to peek around corners. There's nothing like teleporting into a room full of guys, so I always use this first, so that people don't have a easy chance of sneaking up on you. As you can see here, I've been able to dodge around and get away from all of these guys just by using a good combination of the 3 move styles. I only managed to take 1 hit throughout this mess, but if you really weigh the options you have and strategically move, you'll be able to do this unscathed. You can also dodge these guys if you have enough space in your room. You've just got to be able to kind of run backwards with that free move support and kind of move backwards in real life if you have the space. Just don't hurt yourself doing it. So I'll be showing that off a little bit more throughout the video, but we are going to go ahead and just move on now. We're going to show off another little trick to use. This will be the 1-to-1 camera tracking, just to give you a good idea of what it's like to have an open play space. I keep about 2 steps in every direction free so that I can dodge, duck, and maintain a steady balance against the enemy. If you've got Rec Room space, you've got In Death space. If you've got Skyrim space, you've definitely got In Death space. We're going to go ahead and let this guy just shoot some arrows at us for a little bit here. And we're just going to duck them, dodge them. Hopefully you guys can see those arrows. Now, movement is vitally important in Death, but we're not really going to harp on it too long here. Trust me, you'll get the hang of that as you keep going and get used to the game. Next thing that we're going to show it that kind of goes hand in hand with movement. Now, there is a feature here that they give you, the shield. You can block hits and arrows with it. It comes in handy. I know that moving around isn't always the easiest, and it's not always going to be the best option in certain situations. So they do give you this awesome shield that you can actually block hits with. So it's a good way to combine it with movement as well as with attacking and defending, and it can even kind of be used as a weapon as well. You can give them a little shield bash with it. Just please, I want to give you one reminder. Just remember to use this shield. It's going to save your life. So you want to constantly remember that you have these tools in your belt. as a side note, when you pull up your arrows, time will actually slow down, giving you some extra time to actually move, or dodge out of the way, or get yourself positioned appropriately. So now that we've gone over movement and the shield and kind of ducking and getting around a bit, I'm just going to tell you guys a really quick tip here. So in your room, you've got your camera, right? And this is a camera tip. So you got to keep that camera high and keep it pointed down at you. Obviously, for a game like this, that's a no-brainer. It does allow dual shock, so you don't have to do all of that, but it's not nearly as fun. I recommend using the move support. The big tip here, when you draw out your bow, you'll notice there could be some tracking issues if you keep these controllers, keep the light in front of the other one. I find that it's helpful to stay at a 45-degree angle of the camera at all times. Just keep your body turned a little bit and the camera will be able to see all of the lights. I also help that if I do one sideways and one straight up, the front one sideways, back one straight up, it really helps too. Just try to remember that while going through here on your adventures. Otherwise you'll start noticing some tracking issues. If you're pointing right at the camera, you'll see some skipping around. You could tell the back arrow there just kind of got caught on something, and it happens. So you just got to remember to stay at your angle and don't worry about it. The camera will do the rest. Next tip on the list here is just a nice little reminder. Remember to always use this achievements board. Always take a look at stuff that you need to get done when you're headed out. Getting these and unlocking these will give you different abilities and different perks, so make sure that you're focused on this. This is definitely the main way that you get better in this game. If you want to survive, you're going to follow this achievements board, whether you like it or not. It's a core piece of this game, so make sure that you do stick to it. Anyways, won't harp on that too long. Let's go on to the next point here. Now, on your journey through In-Death, you will come across these creepy Hellgate portals that teleport you to an entirely different creepy dark dungeon. But getting to them can be a little struggling, especially when these creepy dark wraiths are chasing after you. At first, you might think they're impossible to kill and there's just no way to do it, but I'll let you in on a secret. There's definitely a way that you can kill them. Just gotta aim for the heart. If you hit them in the heart, they'll die. They are a pain in the ass otherwise. Even aiming for that heart can be a little hard sometimes. You might have to try a few times. Don't let them spook you. You can do it. The last couple of tips I have for you all revolve around this bow and arrow, and also the different arrows that come with it. Now, as you're playing and killing, each enemy has a special chance to drop one of these arrows and or a health, so make sure you do keep an eye out for these, as well as quiver replenishment, so you can get more arrows, replace the amount that you have, etc. Now here, when you draw your arrow out, you can see what type of arrow you have there. If you press the move button that holds the bow, you can switch to a different type of arrow. Now if you tap the bowstring hand move button, it'll switch to the teleport arrow. So just remember that along the journey. It's going to make things a lot easier for you when you need to get around or you need to use a special arrow. But I would suggest not using these arrows as much as you'd like to. They're going to be really helpful for one final tip here that we're going to get to right now. I'm just going to get on over there and show you how it all works. Now, like I did mention really briefly at the start of this video, there are bosses in this game, and like I mentioned, I suggest you save your arrows. There's a reason I said that, and that reason is for these bosses. You save these arrows, it's going to make your journey a heck of a lot easier for you and for progressing in survival. Now, I do want to see you experience this for yourself, so I'm not going to spoil a whole lot of this, but I will just give you a good idea of how this is going to work. leaderboard system that will display your friends and other people that are ranking up and getting better scores than you. The same sort of feature that is in Beat Saber, Space Pirate Trainer, Firewall. So the better you do, the better you look on the board. There are tons of fun mechanics in this game that just keep you wanting to go for longer and longer. And then when you lose, you just kind of feel like coming back later to conquer it all over again. It's actually a ton of fun, very addicting. But I do want to just show you guys some of the beginner information, give you a breakdown of some of my little strategies and a couple of things that I felt like really helped me pick up the game and get into a little bit more. Anyways, guys, that about sums it up for me here today. I do hope you enjoyed this quick little beginner's trial of In Death. This game comes out Tuesday, November 27th, so make sure you definitely check it out. Wednesday, I will be doing a live stream of In Death, so I want you to tune in, check it out, see how it all works with me in person. It'll be a good time. Come join me. It'll be awesome. But other than that, we've also got some videos coming out this week for Space Pirate Trainer and a couple of other exciting things along the way as well. So please tune in, guys. And once again, thank you for tuning in as much as you have. I appreciate all the support and all the love. Appreciate all you guys. And make sure if you like the video, you leave a like down below. I've got a couple other things coming. If you haven't subscribed quite yet, go ahead and hit that button. I would be eternally in debt to you. I love you all. And we'll see you on the other side of purgatory. That's it for me. Bye-bye.